Okay, let's get right into this here. So the first iconic shot here, always very important. This is basically the equivalent to "Why Did I Move Here?" Guess it was the weather. Kind of a spoochy beach shot with the flag, which, funnily enough, back in the day, a lot of people, my 10-year-old self included, thought that that was Vice City, but nope. We're finally there though, and you got some nice birds to the side here, which I know a lot of people were going absolutely crazy over those birds in the initial artwork. So, I mean, they've probably already passed out by now with this. Uh, and actually, it's funny, when I first saw this kind of neon saturation color scheme last night when this was posted, I saw the initial one posted by IGN, and I thought it was fake. I was so in denial, perhaps an illusion, uh, or rather disillusion, that this was real, that I just completely just wrote this off as this is like pink neon saturated fake poppycock. But no, it's very much real, and I'll always remember this first shot as me basically, to this day, being fooled by fake trailers. So much so that the fake trailers made me believe that the real one was still fake. But anyway, we got a lot of stuff we could kind of pick out here. Looks like ray tracing on a lot of these cars in the wet reflection of the highway, which is really cool. I know Rockstar said they were doing something new with the way the water is, which it seems to be the case because the water here looks absolutely unbelievable. We got Patriot Beer, which I'm not sure if that's in the other GTAs, but I'm sure we'll see a lot of recognizable branding throughout this trailer in the GTA universe. Got a huge cell phone tower here, which, excuse me for having these dark age thoughts, but part of me wonders what'll happen if you fly directly into that with a plane as such, the plane in the upper right maybe. Is it just static? Will it actually crumple and fall? These are the general thoughts a GTA player has, it seems, so I'm not alone, I hope. Continuing off that first shot, you just have, I mean, not much to see here. Some prison wire, that beautiful light shining through, and more birds. So if the bird police weren't passed out already from that initial shot, there is no telling they are now.
Lucia.
Got our first shot at the, or rather, one of the main protagonists here, Lucia. And it's funny because one of the initial theories that a lot of people had, and I partially was subscribed to, was that the names Jason and Lucia were in-house kind of production names, and the actual names would be something different, kind of like how Michael DeSantis' initial name was Albert De Silva. I vaguely remember reading about on the GTA forums way back in the day as a child. But no, their names are Jason and Lucia, which actually relieves me a little bit because I have a feeling a lot of people, once again, myself included, would have had a hard time adjusting to new names after all the leaks and stuff. Oh, and you can see I think this probably is the prologue of the game. You can see a lot of really detailed stuff in the prison out there, an all-female area of the prison, I would assume, similar to real life. That effect, looking through the glass and all that, is really cool. A lot of games can't get that kind of through the glass effect down right, so they definitely nailed it here. You can see in the right, bottom right corner, there's a picture. I'm not sure if this is directly Lucia's bunk or not. Or it kind of looks like a bunk. I don't know, but that might be related to Lucia, but I don't want to make any calls on that yet. This is an analysis, though, so I had to point it out. And yeah, just the graphics here are very, very realistic, but also stylized, which I love. Very similar to Red Dead Redemption 2, which is great because Red Dead Redemption 2 is definitely a runner-up, if not my favorite game of all time.
Do you know why you're here? Bad luck, I guess.
Great stuff right here, fairly simple scene of Lucia just meeting with this guidance counselor, possibly a prison staff member, of other kind, but it seems to be a guidance counselor. Really detailed here just for the simple scene. A lot of great set dressing. Just, again, it almost looks like I'm looking at a film here, which I guess is kind of the point. Oh yeah, this great initial shot here of the city. or I guess second shot after that first one. Rockstar Games presents just helicopter plane with a skywriting type of thing. Just amazing detail here. When I first saw this shot, I after I watched this trailer, I looked at the trailers for both GTA 5, the initial one again, and Red Dead Redemption 2, and this just blows them both out of the water. I mean, GTA 5 especially, I hate to say it in my opinion after seeing this, looks like shit. Reflections on that building, great view of some of the kind of countryside swamp area here. More birds, so that's always a good thing. Wildlife, great. Just, I mean, look at how densely packed it is. Alligators here. Again, more densely packed wildlife. No, but I mean, if you look at the proportions here, they get a bit ridiculous. Like, look how roided this dude is. But again, it's very stylized, very intentional, and from what I understand, very accurate to Florida in real life. You know, you got a lot of these extremist body types. I got a Chihuahua there. My favorite dog I've ever had is a Chihuahua. So they're really selling me on this. I mean, just look at these coolers, just all these umbrellas. You can't find a place in GTA 5 this densely packed. And I know it's stretches or something, but it almost looks like the woman to the left is doing a T-pose. So that's also a wonderful thing to see. It looks almost, this gives me the vibes of like probably a mission type of thing. Just some great views, more of the water here. The new way they're apparently developing how water works just looks amazing. Got a nice view of a giant cargo ship there. If you compare that to like something like the Platypus from GTA 4, just you could see the major upgrade in detail there. Great nighttime lighting, nighttime Miami vibes. Not much to say other than, again, I don't get shocked at graphics a lot anymore in trailers really at all, but this like floored me here. Just amazing stuff to look at in general. Here, this is interesting. This is kind of probably like a Benny's Motorworks thing from GTA Online. Maybe inspiration from that GTA San Andreas like mini game with a lowrider mission. And the pinkish car there does seem to be a lowrider, so definitely could be an indication of some side activities in the game here. Some very iconic Grand Theft Auto imagery here, but obvious imagery aside, you know, GTA trailers always has to have that strip club scene, but just look how densely packed this is. Look at this, almost looks like artwork, you know, that Ubisoft or other companies might release for an indication of what they're going for, but they can never, due to limitations, reach that authenticity in the game. But Rockstar definitely seems to have here. I mean, look at all the money, just dollar bills hanging out from the stage there. You have a kind of a reference to the Ballad of Gay Tony clubs with the sparklers and the champagne. I mean, this like makes Ballad of Gay Tony, those clubs look like, you know, dollhouse simulations. This is just crazy. Make it rain Mondays. So, also, I just want to say this guy here almost reminds me of an older little Jacob. Like, look at the beard and everything. Obviously, that's not what they're going for here, but I would love it if GTA 4 characters would return because that's by far my favorite GTA game. Got a really cool scene here just of, you know, happenings within the city. Probably one of the gangs. You know, it would actually be funny if they did this to Saints Row and just took more of a stance on individual gangs, kind of like Saints Row 2 or a little bit of San Andreas, because I've been looking for a game with that more, you know, gang warfare style gameplay that the original two Saints Rows had. And yeah, I mean, just look at the detail on the hair here, the jewelry hanging with the physics on it. Like, it's crazy. This is, I think, the Keys area from Florida, if I'm not mistaken. Again, I don't know much about Florida. I'm from New York. So if this was Liberty City, I'd know a lot more, but definitely looks accurate from what I do know about Florida, and just, again, absolutely beautiful. Had a yacht back there. Here we have the Ocean View Hotel, which is a reference to Vice City. You got that great. I mean, just compare this to the Vice City stretch there, and just the neon lights. I mean, Rockstar, I think, can finally do a lot of what they initially had to kind of, I guess, set up as an illusion when their technology was more limited. You got the cheetah license plate there. Very accurate to the, I guess you could say, the eccentric nature of Florida. Again, another scene which just looks like artwork from any other game company, but just come to life. The flowing curtains, the packed, crowded people, all these NPCs' faces look like they've been developed with the care of a main character, which is very rare in open world games. Just absolutely great. Great shot of just, again, that water. It looks like the planes have a lot more physics behind them just from this shot, because this is in-game footage, which is shocking to say, because this almost looks like CGI, that would be in a trailer 10 years ago. It actually looks better than CGI from 10 years ago, in my opinion, but just crazy knowing this is in-game. You could see the scale of everything with those big cargo ships down there, and then the smaller ones, they're basically dwarfed by the bigger ones, and then just this grand view here. Another iconic Grand Theft Auto site of the city here. Yeah, this clearly just, what else can I say other than super realistic, super packed with detail. I hope that you could actually unlock kind of more houses like this in the game. I know that GTA 5 was limited by the 3-character system, so I know they're going for more of rags to riches type stuff in the beginning, but maybe later in the game we could actually unlock these types of houses and customize them, a la Saints Row 2, maybe a more advanced version of San Andreas. I know it's a lot harder to do with modern engines and stuff, with all the detail that obviously we could see here, but it would be great to have stuff, more options for customization outside of GTA Online. Vice, so if you didn't already realize this took place in Vice City, it does. Oh, and this is what got me here. See, GTA has always been kind of obviously a really big parody, even when it's more serious, like GTA 4. There's just very obvious, basically taking the crap out of anyone and everyone in real life to an extreme extent. But these kind of Instagram Live, TikTok style, posts here are more tame than they are in real life, than posts I've actually seen in real life. It's almost bafflingly psychotic to think that GTA is now the more grounded reality, and we ourselves are living in the parody. But that's definitely the case, it seems. Oh, cool stuff here. From what I understand, this is actually pretty common in Florida. Alligators to get into people's private property and stuff. Official poach. Stay alert, VC. Remember to check for uninvited guests before the pool party. I mean, even just in the pool, you could see how great that water looks. And I assume this area has nothing to do with story mode missions, but yet it looks like it was designed with intent, of an area you would see packed with detail from the story. So just they did not spare any expense on the city or details here for sure. All I could really say here is, how back in 2018 people were saying that Rockstar had a whole division for the horse balls in Red Dead Redemption and how those worked. Well, it definitely seems now that Rockstar has a new division within their studio called the Bakery. Some more views of that kind of live chat style stuff. It's cool because GTA 4 and 5's trailers were more movie style, like Quentin Tarantino almost style movie trailers. Whereas this, very contemporary, shows a lot of stuff from the views of, I guess, more reality than a movie style thing. And that's just really cool to see. Rockstar definitely has a lot of these comments down. It's scarily real. Like I said, in reality, comments are oftentimes even more outlandish and shocking, but I guess in today's day and age, in 2023, a game that's going to be released in 2025, you know, I guess we're at a point where GTA being this close to reality, even somehow less ridiculous than it is not as shocking as it once may have been. Another great shot here. My best friend worked at a gas station for a few years recently, and you know, we're in New York, so you know, the happenings of Liberty City are very different than Vice City. But as you can see, just by some of the reactions, the customers in here, they're like, "Yeah, this shit happens every week." Just giant alligator coming into this convenience store gas station. Uh, Hopefully, this is like a random event or something, because that would be great. Oh, this is cool too. Well, I don't know if cool is the right way to put it, but you know, seeing police kind of body cam footage like this, GTA has always kind of made the police versus criminal thing kind of a lot more cartoonish and overtly ridiculous. But if they go more into this controversial stuff where, you know, you see police abusing their power all the time, sometimes, you know, was the police justified in this instance? Uh, it would be really interesting to see stuff like this implemented into gameplay where maybe you're playing as Lucia and Jason and you know, depending on the police. Again, this is in Florida, so there's a lot of great people in Florida, but obviously a lot of crazy stuff that happens. So, you know, will there be police in a story sense that are super brutal, super just way over the top? Because we know in GTA, police are always, other than kind of in GTA 4, police are just always crazy over the top police brutality. That's kind of the joke. But will they be more developed to where they can give you tickets or whatever? But there are a lot of police who take it too far, and you can, you know, play against them and get caught on body footage of them doing this crazy stuff. Just this social media architecture can be so unique for missions in this game. And, you know, this is a very serious subject, hits very close to home, but Rockstar's never been one to shy away from controversy before, and they could possibly even portray some of this in a more serious way and gain some exposure to it, depending. So this can definitely be a sign of some interesting stuff in the game. Oh, again, just freaking these people posting these social media posts. I'm pretty sure I saw a video like this last week in real life. It's just this guy running through this gas station. You usually got to hit the strip club to see Jiggle Like That for Real by Planet Leonida Man. I mean, what else can I say other than just, yeah. We got our classic Gary Busey style Vice City character here. General Custard Cannon posts, only in Leonida is a crotch grab and apology for bad driving. Leonida is a new area in this, I'm guessing. Yep, we got Vice Beaches, Port BC, the Keys. So the Keys are in this, as if, you know, that was much of a doubt, because a lot of Florida architecture is very unique, very specific. So I feel that they're definitely going to try and capitalize off of that in this. I mean, just look at some of those lights coming off of the tow truck there. Just super atmospheric here. Oh my god, just look at that iridescent style paint. Again, stylized, definitely, but super realistic too. It's just, you know, when things try to be overtly realistic sometimes, the effect, you could see a lot more of the flaws, but they I feel, have a perfect balance here. Rest in peace, Rudy. See you in heaven, cuz. You know, I hope that they do take a lot of the more gang-related story elements very seriously, because, you know, it is Florida. It is absolutely ridiculous, but, you know, a lot of the gang life there can be depressing, can be very serious, and I hope that we see a lot of that in the game, because that would be very interesting. And after the newest Saints Row, which it's such a different beast from GTA 6, I don't even want to bring it up in this trailer analysis. After seeing how cartoony and unrealistic and almost a mockery of some of the more serious elements that they were touching on happened in that game, I really can foresee Rockstar taking advantage and having some hard-hitting plot lines in this, very similar to how Red Dead 2 was, you know, in a different time period, obviously. Getting some very Stranger and Freaks style vibes from this guy, hoping we could find him out in the open world for sure. Oh yeah, the Thrillbilly Mud Club, this seems to be kind of like a roller derby style thing. Maybe a gang, but I'm leaning more towards an activity in the open world. I mean, just look at the mud on these guys. Look at how realistic it looks. Crazy shit.
Well, look who's back.
Again, just stuff you could definitely foresee being on a TikTok post. Neighborhood Watch, Don't Play Around in Hamlet. Crazy old woman with hammers. I hope we could find her, and I hope if you don't react quick enough, she could bash in your skull.
Well, look who's back.
Display of some interesting physics there of this guy being just jammed and slammed through this plastic table. Again, this seems to be in like the more kind of rural area, possibly in the same area as the Mud Club thing. Great for a shot of the other protagonist here.
Well, look who's back.
Can see that again. It cures emotions, Angstapan. Yeah, definitely not missing out on the Rockstar humor here. It's back in full force. Love to see those Vice City cruisers and modern graphics.
Only way.
And we get a great shot of Jason here. And a lot of things in recent memory, it seems to be a trend almost. I don't want to say that Jason, it's not that he's not attractive, that's not really the right word, it's just they clearly made him very rough and gruff. He's an attractive guy, but he's also looking pretty rough. He looks like he lives, very frugally, looks like he's struggling to make it by. And he definitely looks threatening. Like, if this guy came up and wanted to rob me, I'd definitely be shitting my pants. Again, Lucia here. She's definitely a pretty girl, but she looks like she lives in this life. Very rough and tumble. Very, the experience in her face and, kind of the wrinkles and bags under her eyes. I think that these characters are probably going to be in their 20s, maybe 30s, but you could see a lot of stress has been placed on them. Very realistic. Again, I don't mean to keep bringing it up, but after the new Saints Row characters were revealed, it's really good to see some realistic criminals and characters you could genuinely believe are in this situation. And again, a trend in a lot of modern stuff is to make characters, again, attractive isn't the word, but very model-esque, very unrealistically perfect, and it's just really nice to see that these two are very intentionally designed to look like they've had a very rough going about in life up to this point.
Through this. The only way we're gonna get through this.
No overturning zone. Cops arrest man who flipped his car after Pee-wee's Dine and Dash. Again, a lot of very specific things you could kind of pick apart in just the scene alone and really get a feel for the lore and world building here. But, by Weasel News, of course. Great to see it. Great to see it. And right here you have your classic, again, scarily accurate to real life, and it's not even overtly just ridiculous, it's so one-to-one that I know I keep reiterating this, but holy shit, has Rockstar nailed modern America here. Just this Jared Leto's Joker knockoff Walmart brand here. There's probably going to be a Walmart variant in GTA 6 that you can enter, so I can't wait to see that, but by a Spanish news station, it seems here. Hopefully, being in Florida, there might be some crossover with some Southern America locations, maybe a Cuba type of area. I don't know. I know Project Americas originally was going to have a lot of Southern American areas, but I know they changed that in production. Unfortunately, we saw the leaks. We saw a lot of the stuff we weren't supposed to see, so it's very up in the air, but definitely hilarious to see this sort of stuff here.
Is by sticking together.
Bikers, seems to be a bike race type of thing. A lot of people don't like racing in GTA, but I honestly can't wait to try it out, especially with the new vehicle physics they're definitely gonna have. Dirt bike, dirt bags, cops fail to stop thugs on motorbikes terrorizing Vice City. And then Leonida, again is mentioned. That seems to be a very prominent location of some crazy ass shit. Leonida man sucked up in water spout, demands City buy him a new suit. Classic GTA humor on full display here. Mental patient wins Vice City Marathon. High Rollers Lifestyle. This seems to be a magazine of some kind going by that social media handle. The guy's wearing a Righteous Slaughter Food Ops, I think that says. I mean, the font is almost literally just Call of Duty Black Ops. We have a sound for sound, I think that says. Bound for sound. I don't know. Some sticker there on the windshield. Um, just a lot of detail here. Who hurt you? That seems to be some kind of lawyer advertisement.
Being a team.
Get our two main characters here. Great view of them. I mean, just look at this convenience store. You got Pisswasser 9, E. Cola, I believe. A lot of fake brands, you know, clear GTA calling cards here in the environment. But this, I mean, this literally almost looks just like you're in a real life convenience store type of thing. Just look at that cardboard, look at the reflection off of it, the detail and the ridges there. Again, very obviously GTA World, but this is just unbelievable what Rockstar was able to pull off here. You know, them joyriding, making their escape here. Let's see that again.
Being a team.
Camera there. I don't know if this is a planned heist, kind of like GTA 5 where they cut the cameras, but they seem a lot more, you know, stick-up type of characters, which I love because I really want a more grounded, you know, a tiny robbery like this could go catastrophically wrong style stuff because GTA 5 took it a little too far. You know, you're robbing the FBI or FIB, you're going on these crazy spy James Bond style adventures. Seeing something more grounded, especially after, I hate to say it again, but Saints Row, what happened with that, and just seeing something like this is just, you know, you could get a lot with less, and I think Rockstar might understand that, especially after everyone, you know, loved Red Dead 2. Then we have Spread the Fit. Yep, that is E. Cola. Pisswasser, $14.99, so 2023, or by the time this comes out, 2025 prices in full effect there. Gun and pawn shop, pawn and gun. You know, just general realistic landscape here. Like I said, they're joyriding. The physics of them kind of doing this drifting here are really cool looking. Oh, don't mean to keep skipping here, but this is just off the cuff. WHS shoes, some definite signs of some new GTA brands here for sure. And then we have this hotel scene.
Trust.
I mean, just look at the detail on Jason here, you know, from his hair to his stubble, even his chest hair, the textures with the meshes, just amazing. You can see a lot of the really realistic set dressing here, like I was talking about in other scenes, you know, the beer bottle with the reflections off that, TV remote, papers, just really realistic looking hotel, or motel probably. And, you know, compare it again to the world-ending adventures in GTA 5. It's just so cool to see this more like natural-born killers, obviously Bonnie and Clyde based, grounded kind of story. And this relationship, I love Jason's voice. Lucia just definitely strikes me as someone who knows what they're doing and definitely is a scary protagonist. You know, I don't care if she's female or not. She, just from the small trailer here, definitely seems scarier than a lot of former GTA protagonists for sure. There they come bursting in. Great final shot of the two. We got Joe Dirt pasted on the window there to the right. This might be a little presumptuous of me, but I'm going to be honest, that actually kind of looks like Jay Norris. I don't know if they just brought back Jay Norris after what happened in GTA 5 somehow, and now he has this ridiculous mustache, but that looks kind of like him, and that definitely looks more like a GTA 5 model than a GTA 6 one. And I know Rockstar does that with like the TV show stuff in universe. They take models from the previous games a lot of the time, but just interesting little tidbit I noticed there. And the final shot here, great view of the two protagonists, and then their logo. I really like it. It's a great combination of, you know, it is similar to a lot of the mock-ups people have done, but it has its own identity. It's definitely keeping it simple. It's almost reminding me of GTA 4's very simple, you know, IV, Roman numerals 4. Now we have the Roman numerals as 6, and it keeps true to that simplistic nature, not going overtly stylized like 5, but it has the Vice City, atmosphere of it, the coloration, the palm trees. Very cool. And then, of course, coming 2025, which honestly is in line with what Rockstar has done with every one of their games. They've released a trailer, or not even 2 years, a year and some months later, game releases. So, very expected, and I think a game like this should have all the time it needs to truly be great. Provided it doesn't come out in like the 2030s, but that doesn't seem to be the case, so yeah. And then that glowing Rockstar logo, which, just that alone, if that was released a couple weeks ago with no indication of this trailer, people would have been going crazy. And like I said, I mean, there's people losing their minds over artwork of birds, so there's definitely probably at least hundreds of people who physically passed out after watching this. I mean, I've been a fan of GTA since I was a kid. GTA 5, I went to the midnight premiere of. My father was the oldest guy there. I was the youngest guy. We won a lot of memorabilia from GameStop. I haven't been quite as obsessed as I was during the initial GTA 5, trailers and discussion on those old style GTA forums, but I still feel like a kid again every time I see something new by Rockstar. This definitely didn't disappoint. It's very rare that I'm in awe of whether it be graphics or a game in general these days, but this definitely fucking went hard. This just, Rockstar makes a lot of mistakes. That Red Dead port for $50, they definitely have had a lot of blunders, but when they want to go in, they go full force. That didn't sound right, but regardless, this wasn't the greatest analysis, but I just had to give my 2 cents on this. It's just so much fun for me to go through this, just the little bit I did today, and, just some of my friends, I'm sure, will appreciate this video. And it's definitely a monumental moment in entertainment in general. I mean, just look at this. We have, the views are just going up by the second. It's premiered 17 hours ago, #1 on trending. I don't know if I'll, be here, whether it's for the trailer 2, when the game releases, who knows, but hope to see you guys at some point during all of this craziness. And this definitely is a moment like no other in the entertainment landscape, and I'm happy to be here. Happy to give my views are still going up. Happy to give my shitty analysis on such a monumental day.